Hello my lovelies. Today is kind of like a bonus video, like a replacement video, because this was meant, like this week's schedule was meant to be like a plan with me video, but unfortunately there was something that happened to my the phone I was recording with, and I didn't realize that it only records the first 5 seconds. So I made the spread and everything, and when I checked, it didn't actually, like, it only went for 5 seconds, so the rest of it didn't get recorded. I was so sad, and hopefully you'll forgive me for this oversight. And so there's not going to be any plan with me video for this month, but I'll post the spread in my Instagram, and maybe I can post it right here, I don't know. So yeah, I figured, oh, maybe I'll do a replacement video, and instead of just doing a normal like journal with me video, I thought I'll do something more exciting for a replacement. So this is kind of my top 12 journaling essentials. The thing is, I only wanted to do a top 10, but once I start listing it out, yeah, it's hard to keep it to 10. So this is 12 because I cannot keep it to 10. I'm just gonna start this video by saying you don't need all these things to start journaling. You can just start with what you have, but these are the things that makes my journaling easier, or I just generally really love using. So hopefully you like the video. You don't have to get any of this. Start journaling. You can just start, and then if you you want to build up your journaling supplies, then you can maybe look at this list. But this I've accumulated through a few years time, so just, if I don't want to encourage you to overbuy, like sometimes I do, but yeah, just use whatever you have at your in your supplies for now. If you're looking to start, if you're looking to add to your supplies to make your journaling easier, then maybe hopefully there's something in here for you. So I'll just start because I think I rambled on a little bit much already. So the first on my list is the Kokuyo glue tapes. I think if you watch my Stationery Awards 2020, you already know of this. So this is my kind of like my ride or die glue tape roller. This is the second one that I found when I just fell in love, because it's just so easy to use, so versatile, and they're refillable. So you can actually do this. You can just do that, and then this whole thing lifts up, and then you can fill it with the refill. This one is the same. This one's slightly more easier. Just pop it out. I've actually never had to refill this because I don't use this as much. And yeah, so that's why I really like it, because at least it doesn't uses a lot of that much plastic, even though it's still plastic, and the refill is still kind of plastic, but at least it lengthens the life cycle of it. And another thing that I really love is that if you, I don't know if you can see, but if you look through this, you can see that it's full of little dots. So it's really cool in that if you pop it down and then you made a mistake, right, you can just rub it gently, and then it'll dissolve. So the thing about me is, sometimes once I put down things in a page, I'm really pedantic about where I put it sometimes. So if it's a little bit to the left, I want to change it or something, this is really good because you can easily lift up the paper and then stick it again. And if the residue stays on that paper, you can actually just do a soft rub, and then it'll go away. So I think that's why I really love about this, and it's really a staple. And I feel like if they ever discontinue this, I would be really sad. So I hope they never will. But yeah, if you want to get anything from all this to make your journaling easier, I really recommend this one. So that's my first one. The second one is my ephemera books. I think you guys, if you watch a lot of my videos, you probably already know. This is from Travels Company, and it's the pocket book on, what size is this? This is the, how do I know what size this is? This is like the B4, B5 Slim. Oh, it's the A5 Slim, and this one is A6 Slim. So the way I use this is, you know how like notepads comes in like, or this comes from washi tape before. It's just a really nice place to just slot in miscellaneous stuff, so I don't have to keep looking through my drawers for things that I want to use. This I kind of refill whenever I see that it's running out. I just refill them, so that's why I find it really useful. Like, I put all these tickets here. This is a little bit of a hack actually, just to make I didn't used to have this one. I used to just have this one, and what I do is I do this 3-fold thing, so I can actually just pop it in there, so then things that are quite short can just fit like that, instead of like it being lost on the bottom, because these already have things that are a bit lost, like you can see, like that, right? Because it's so small. So that's what I did, but that was before I got this. So now I just put everything that is a bit short in here. Where is that? That's, I think, a stray one that I haven't moved. But yeah, this is mostly for like your larger pieces, or like my cutout of for like washi tapes and everything. Sometimes I put them there as well. It's a little bit messy. I reckon I probably need to reorganize this to see which goes where. But yeah, if just get one size that you need to see. Just get one size that you really need. You really don't need more than one, but I'm a bit excessive. But this one is really good for my scrap bits of paper, so I really like using this, and it'll appear later, so I'll talk about it later. But I really like putting all my papers in here, and yeah, so I find that's really helpful. They also have a size that is more like long. What size is this? The B6. So there's a B6 size as well. This one I kind of just use to hold all my sticker sheets from independent makers. So these ones are from Jun Lee, and this one is from Jocelyn Padilla and everything. This one's from Touch of Paint, which I love. I kind of just do that on the side. So yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit of miscellaneous. This one I actually don't recommend as much as these two, because this gets quite floppy, and it's not, I feel like, just because this is more long this way instead of that way, and this is just like paper, so it's a little bit more like less sturdy. So if I'm just showing you guys that there's a different size to it, but these two are the ones I recommend. So yes, it makes it so easy, because look at this. Like, I put all my, like, these are actually from like notepads. Comes in a stack like that, and I just tear it off and put some of this. I actually initially got it so that if I ever like go out to journal in a cafe or something, all I need to do is just like bring this with me. But yeah, with COVID and everything, I haven't gotten time to actually go to a cafe to journal or do anything outside of the house mostly. But even just at home, I find it so much easier, because instead of like rummaging through all my drawers, I just have to flip through this and see which one I want to use. Just needs refilling, probably depends on how often you journal. I probably do a refill every few months, and if I get new things, I just like cut it. Like these are new from like pet washi tapes, so I just cut it and then slip it in. So it's really easy, and it just makes my journaling so much easier because I don't have to look through my drawers and rummage through things. So yeah, that has been really helpful for me, and I really love it. Put that aside, and then next is the clip. So when I'm journaling, sometimes when you open things up, it just doesn't stay open, so I really love having clips. This one is my favorite from Penco, and one of my favorite things about it is even though it has little teeth to it, it doesn't actually hurt the paper, so my paper stays nice. Because like there's some clips that are quite it clamps quite hard, so the paper can get like clip marks on it, and I don't really like it. Or you can also get this. I got it from my local stationery store, and you just kind of clip on the edge, and that works as well. Sometimes I use that interchangeably because sometimes I need more than just one clip, and I just have this one Penco clip. I have a few others, but they kind of like make marks on the paper, which I don't really like, so these are my favorite clips. So yeah. Oh, there you go. I should actually keep all these things in here, don't I? Anyway, just keep one. So yeah, that's the third one. And the fourth one is actually mixed paper journal. This I usually make my own and I sell mine, but I guess you can make it yourself. I have a video on how you make insert. I might do a new updated version in the future, but basically what I really love about mixed paper journal is the paper, the ones that I like, or the ones that I like making, usually for me, is the one that has different colors or different patterns on each of the page, and I just find it so much easier for me to journal about. I mean, especially art journaling, because then there's already a base that's not just white paper. And this one's just the blank ones if you're more into like just colors. And then sometimes I also make the ones that has spatial papers, like this lovely bamboo paper, and like, you know, the ones that are more like floral and everything. I love them both for different reasons. Like for my art journaling, I usually use the ones that has a lot of patterns, but because I feel like that keeps things interesting and it makes me want to experiment with stuff. But for my happy mail journal, I actually just use this one because usually the things that I get in a happy mail is already quite busy. So I love this one for my happy mail journal, and I love the textured ones from my art journal. So I just find that once I have this kind of journal, it's just so much easier to journal because you already have like a base to work off. And then because like if you have this, then you can just take out colors from this and make it more like green base, or like this one is really easy if you really like natural colors. And this one you can always just pick out colors that is in this paper. So yeah, I find that makes my journaling much easier. But like I said, you can always just make your own, find some papers, and even if you use kind of like vintage book papers, that will be really cool as well, because it has textures and everything. Or if you use grids, or you know, all different kind of paper, I think it'll be pretty cool as well. So you definitely don't need to buy, you can make your own, but I also sell them if this interests you. So that's mixed paper journal. And the fifth one that I have on my list is a sticker release book. So I currently have this one from the Traveler's Notebook limited edition. I don't know if it's still available right now or when you watch this video, but it's basically just sticker release paper, a book of sticker release paper, so you can stick your stickers, or these are cut from washi tapes. Like they're washi tapes of clips, and then I just score them in using craft knife, using craft knife and what do you call it, like a scoring pad, is that what you call it? It's like the thing that you can score on and it wouldn't hurt, because like you wouldn't do it on your desk because you'll scratch everywhere. So just use like a base for it before you do that. And I like putting them in here because yeah, it's just easy to use, and this is an insert that you can put in to your travels notebook. But also if you don't have this, you can make your own. You can actually use kind of like transparent paper, transparency paper, I think they might be called transparency film there, or you know those plastic, if you ever get like plastic packaging that is quite thick, you can use that one as well and just bind in the middle. Or if you get those paper sleeves that is plastic, you can use that as well and you can make your own. Maybe I'll do a DIY video of that if you're interested, so let me know if you want something like that made, because it's not gonna be hard. I just need to source some of the items, but I find this really useful. And you can just also, if you wanna kind of like journal outside, you can just pick up this whole thing and then you can just use it. And just sometimes when I feel like doing something creative but I don't want to journal, just score through like some of this and then stick it here, so it's easy to use because this comes in a long washi tape. This, like my ephemera book, makes journaling easier because you can just pick out all these stickers instead of having to go to the washi tape and actually cut them and everything. So yeah, so that's another one of my favorite. Also, I really love using offcuts of vintage book paper. Basically, they just like the older they are, the more patina they are, the more I love it. So yeah, basically you can just go to secondhand shop where you live and see if they have books that have really like patinaed pages, like the ones that is already brown like that, and then you can just buy it. And usually it's pretty cheap because it's already like an old book, right? So, and then you can just tear it off and use that to journal. It's one of my favorite kind of like paper pieces to use. But also you can use like packaging. Sometimes packaging comes really nice and everything. And what I also do is I also keep, like, you know, if you get a washi tape, the thing that come in the front, sometimes I keep them and then I'll use it for one of my journaling. So yeah, just you can just reuse whatever you have, so it doesn't have to be new stationeries all the time. So that's the beauty of junk journaling. So yep, that's my number 6, I think. So that's all the like tools, I guess. And then after this I'm going to move to more stationery based stuff. And just want to say again that you don't need all this to journal. It's just things that I really love using. So I thought, you know, I'll introduce them to you. And plus, like, sometimes I get questions about all this, and I guess it's nice to just have one place to refer you guys about things I really love using. So yeah, so I'll start the stationery side of things. One of my favorite ink pads are actually the Sashiata Iramoyo ink pads. They're one of the ones that I find can work in vellum. Some colors does, some color doesn't. So just use it, just test it before you use it. But I basically have all these colors because I really love them. Let me show you all of them. So this one doesn't really work quite well on vellum, but I haven't tested this one because I just recently got it, but this tray seems to be pretty good on vellum, because like if you use some of the ink pads, it just dissolves, and then it just like, instead of whatever you stamp, it's just like a blueberry mess. So yeah, this is my favorite, and they pick up details super well. My favorite is actually this sand color, and you can already see from the look of it, I don't know if you can see it, maybe like that it's already quite dry, because you can already see the color changing. Like if I compare it to this, you can see that that has some like white patches because I use it so much. But this is my favorite ink pads. They're like the best, and yeah, I just love them enough to get all these colors because they're very, very useful, and they work on vellum. Well, some of them, but yeah, I really, really like it. The only gripe I have about this is the packaging is quite bulky. Look, basically the ink is only that much in the middle, probably only up to here, because there's like the lip as well over there, and that's the whole cap. It's so big. Like if it's a bit thinner, the packaging, it would be nice because then I can fit more in my drawer. But yeah, it's probably a sign I should stop buying them, but I really love them and I want all the colors. So so yeah, that's my favorite ink pad. And next, I actually really, really love pet tapes as well. If you don't know what a pet tape is, they're basically tapes. They're like washi tapes, but it comes with release paper at the back, and it's mostly transparent, so it's really nice where it's like you can cut through it and then peel it off like a sticker and then just paste it, and you can see it just shows you that instead of having like, because washi tapes are usually white, this one is transparent, and I really love it. It comes in like matte and glossy. Maybe you can see it if I compare it like that. That is glossy and this is matte. I love the matte ones, but not every design comes with the matte ones, unfortunately. So I'll just introduce you to some of my favorite ones. This one's from Meow Illustration. She does really, really nice like watercolor illustration of florals usually, and this is my favorite tape out of the ones that she has. And yeah, just considering how like little I got it too, it comes like thicker than this. Do I have a new one that I can show you? They usually comes this thick, I think, and now it's only that much. That just shows how much I love using them. And you probably see it a lot already. I think if you watch a lot of my videos, you can see that I use this a lot as well. So that's from Meow Illustrations. And another thing that I like using is this girl pet tape. This one is from Peon, and she basically draws my favorite girls, so that's why this one makes this ones get shown. But it's not only her that makes it. There's a ton of other makers that do girl stickers. Let me know if you want a video of like my favorite makers or something, then I can introduce you to all the ones that I really, really love. So that's that one. And Lloyd Design also makes really nice pet tapes. So this one is my favorite because it has all these lovely leaves, and it's like different colors. Like you can see there's a darker brown ones, there's a more orangey one, there's even like a purpley ones. So this is my favorite out of all Lloyd Design ones. But Lloyd Design makes really nice flower pet tapes, and they have other ones as well, like some like glass domes and some the ones that have like animals and stuff. So you should check it out. And this one is a new favorite. This is from Meow still, and the thing that I love about it is the look of like white on like frosted, kind of like vellum-y kind of tape. Just really love it. It looks really nice on like colored backgrounds. If it's white on white, you can't really see it, but if you have colored backgrounds like black or brown or something, it comes out really, really well. So yeah, those are my favorite pet tapes. But pet tapes in general are like, I really love it. So yeah, whenever there's pet tapes, I get really itchy to get them whenever there's new pet tapes. But yeah, for good reason, right? Yep. So also in the topic of tapes, my favorite washi tapes are actually from Yohaku, and they do this really beautiful, like, what do I call it, vintage inspired ones, because there's a lot of like elements that are like handwriting or just like grungy textures and everything, and they just go so well with most of spreads. And just for like a little bit of like texture, if this was like a whole heap of like a big thing, I think it would be, I would use it less, but because it's just like a little strips of it, I just found it so nice. This one is actually my favorite. I think it's in Nostalgia or something, but the color of it is just so nice. It's brown and black and white, and if you're quite minimal with colors, because sometimes I can be pretty, like my spreads can be pretty pastel-y, but if you're more of a minimal, you use minimal colors on your spread, this one is really good. This one also just have mostly gray and white and black, so it's even more minimal colors, but I also really love it because there's a lot of like really fun details with the text and everything, and with all the lines and everything. So yeah, Yohaku is one of my favorite washi tape, and well, it says a lot, right? This is the only washi tape that I'm talking about. Like pet tape is not washi tape, but this is the only washi tape that I'm talking about right now, so it's quite a big deal. So for someone that really loves and gets washi tape all the time like me. So yeah, this is my favorite washi tape. They're from Yohaku, and I'll link it down below. I'll link everything down below so you can check it out as well. And moving on, this is also the thing that I get asked always whenever I post my reels on Instagram or post my journal with me passport size. This get asked a million times. They're tear-off calendar from AliExpress. And they sell many kind of they sell many designs, but this one is basically the best one I've ever find, because it has a lot of really aesthetic looking images. I really hope they do it for 2022, because I really want another one for 2022, but I'm not sure. But maybe it's a bit early, because like I had a look a few times that and they haven't had a lot of them. But yeah, I hope they sell it again, because I really love this calendar. Look at it, like the aesthetic pictures are so cute. Can't they just rebrand this to the next year? I don't mind getting the same images, to be honest. It's just really cute and aesthetic. Yeah, I hope they do it next year, because I really would buy myself another one. This is from AliExpress, by the way, and people always ask and I always answer. But yeah, I just really love them. It just makes my spread a lot more like colorful, which I love. So yeah, hopefully they do one for next year, because I really want one. So that's my tear-off calendar. And next we have the Pentel Hooded Touch what do you call it, brush pen. So what I really love about this, it has the perfect like flexibility and hardness to it, and it's just like, I don't know, out of all my brush pen, I have caught a lot, but these are the ones that makes my writing looks the nicest. So the tip is kind of like medium tip, I think, but it's just like the most flexible and like nice to write. It's just my favorite brush pen. So if you ever get a brush pen for journaling, definitely get this one. I really love this one. Last but not least, you know I love kind of like notepads, paper pads, the ones with frames, but my favorite is actually Oida letterpress. I think you already know this. I already put it on. If you watch my videos a lot, you probably already know this, because I put them in a lot of my monthly favorites. But basically they're like, I'll just open one and show you guys. They're tear off pads, but they're perforated on like each of the frames, so you can use it separately. But also what I really love about this is it has like some kind of metallic sheen. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but the bronze one especially has, like, if you look at it at a certain angle, you can see that it's kind of metallic. I love how it comes with a lot. It comes with, does it say 25 sheets? Okay, red 25 sheets, bronze 25 sheets. That means there's 50 sheets on this, and there's 3 designs. So that's 160 little frames for you to use. So I really like it. I really like this one. This is my latest one, and has 5 on them, and it's like these really teeny tiny frames. I really love it. And sometimes they make ones that's more like intricate as well, and I really love that as well. And also another one that's really good is Classicy. This is my favorite Classicy kind of, what do you call it, notepad, and I've used quite a lot of it. It's also tear off, and I really love this little shell design. And yeah, so I really love that one as well, and it makes a feature on a lot of my spreads because they're so easy to use. These frames are really easy to use and fun. So yes, that's all the 12 that I have. I hope you at least find something that you like through this video. And yeah, if like I did mention some video ideas in while I was ranting about this, so if there's any video ideas that you wanna recommend to me, let me know, because as you know, I'm taking a bit of a time off to actually see what I can do with the channel. So any recommendation would be great. So let me know if there's any kind of video you want to see from me. Maybe like, I don't know, collection video, or I don't know, something. I'm actually quite enjoying this rambly video. I hope you don't get tired of me just rambling all the time. But I find it pretty fun to talk about all these things that I use, and I feel like it'll answer some of the questions that you sent me. So yeah, let me know if there's anything else you wanna know or see or anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found something in that that you didn't know. And if you ever want to get any of this, I hope my rambling actually help if you really want to get it or not. But like I said, like, journaling can just be anything you want, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to get all the things that I mentioned here. But who knows, maybe there's something that will make your journaling easier. I hope it will. But yeah, hope that was useful, and hope you're staying safe and taking care, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.